All right, they saying Jared Goff, get me situated, was one of the worst quarterbacks in 2020 with pre-snap motion. Let's talk about it. He said when I'm reading from Lions Wire, shout out to them. It says when new Lions offensive coordinator Anthony Lynn designed the passing game, he might want to scale back the pre-snap motion concept. His Detroit quarterback Jared Goff doesn't fare too well with all the movement before he gets the ball. In fact, Goff was an NFL's worst passer in 2020 with the pre-snap motion factored in. According to the research from Touchdown Wire, Doug Farfar, I don't know how to pronounce that. Goff final season with the LA Rams was a struggle when the team incorporated a lot of movement before the snap. Sean McVay was one of the more interesting set of pre-snap concept, everything from jet motion to trips and bunches. So when you may ask that Jared Goff, McVay's former quarterback, managed to complete 152 of 237 passes for 1,559 yards, 669 air yards, 8 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, and a passer rating of 80.1. Well, you have to see how the defense adjusted to the motion. So it could be said that for some quarterbacks, pre-snap movement can be just confusing for them as it is for those defenses. Matthew Stafford now replaces Goff, completed 147, 226 for pre-snap motion with over 1,734 yards, 852 air yards, 13 touchdowns, 5 receptions, a passer rate of 98.2. All right. I don't know. It could be Sean McVay. I really can't explain why he was piss poor in pre-snap motion. Okay. You move a receiver to the slot. I don't know. Because a lot of times most of the time you're moving a receiver to determine what the defense is. So if you move your slot to the other slot and the cornerback or the DB don't follow him, and maybe another DB or linebacker shift over, it's zone most of the time. Sometimes it can be a combination. If you shift that same receiver to the other side, to the other slot, and the corner follow you, it lets you know that most likely it's man. All right, same thing with the running back. Take the running back out the backfield, flex him out wide, and the linebacker or safety go with him. It's man. You flex him out wide, and the number one corner or the corner slide over to usually it's some type of cover 2, cover 3, maybe cover 4. So that's pretty much how you dictate coverages. So when you move people in motion, a lot of times it's to determine coverage. Now for the receiver, a lot of times you move him, and then as soon as he's set, you let him go. A lot of times that's for him to get a clean release. So if you have issues with bump and run or press, they help them get a clean release. So motion has a few meanings, and there might be a couple more others, but you have a receiver that's having some issues, getting off press. You put them in motion, or you bunch them. You bunch them so you get a clean release. So, you have a problem with somebody getting off press, and press can be tough. You know what I'm saying? Once they get, you only can press it for 5 yards. I used to be able to bump them for the full length of the field. In sports and now, especially the NFL and especially the NBA, has really tried to make defense irrelevant. But it don't matter if a game 100 to 102 or 35 to 40. You want it to be competitive, okay? Even if it's a 7-5 game, you know what I'm saying? You want it to be competitive. You want the suspense down the road. And honestly, the NFL is following the NBA's lead, and they want high scoring. And personally, man, it is what it is. I like those competitive matches. If you're good enough offensively, you're gonna put points on the board, regardless of the defense. Most defenses. But yeah, if he that just let me know he may have problems reading defenses. Because you move somebody in motion, it determines what the defense is going to do unless it's combination. Sometimes, you have man on one side of the field, literally, and zone on the other side of the field. Or you can have too high. So that's baffling. That's baffling to me that he struggled with motion. Somebody coming across, it's basically let you know what the defense is. Or what they playing if the defender carry with his receiver, it's man. Could be zone in the back end. If you don't carry, and they shift, it's a zone. Like that worries me. And maybe McVay couldn't articulate and teach him what it was, or that's baffling to me. You know, or you do motion to get somebody a clean release. You know a route he running. If you run a Texas route, you flex the running back out. You know, he run to the boundary, come back. That's a Texas route. If it's a receiver, he in motion, and he running a whip route. You know, he going to the boundary, he coming back in. You know, into between the numbers. You know, if he in motion, he run the corner. You know, in motion, get a free release, get there. You know, go to the corner. I mean, you know, when I used to play Madden for real. That used to tell me what the defense was. You know, and if it's zone, you know what? I flex the receiver this way. I'm taking the, you know, you get the defender to slide into the box. You know what? I'm running that HB off tackle. My fullback gonna pick up. He gonna pick up that extra man. I'm gonna go to the edge. I'm gonna get upfield. You know, sometimes when he come in, guess what? You know, I'm a hut. You know, height. I'm gonna throw a running back screen over that way. He get caught in there and he gone for a few yards. So, to me, that bothers me. That bothers me that he struggles like that. Cause there's really nothing confusing about it, unless you can't tell what the defense is. But that worries me. That worries me that he doesn't know he struggles in pre-snap motion. You know, maybe Anthony Lynn can fix a disconnect. The more you learn about Jared Goff, the more scared you either about Jared Goff if you're a Lion fan, or scare you about Sean McVay. You know, because the Lions like to run that little jet sweep. And I hate that damn play. They've been running that for years. But like I said before, that's just crazy. That's crazy, man. But that scares you because motion is to get your, especially when they don't have Kenny Yalley or Calvin Johnson or Herman Moore. That scares you because you have to design getting your receivers off jam, you know, off press, you know, and if they can knock you off by a split second or seconds, that could fuck up the whole play. So if you can't do motion with Jared Goff, you're gonna do a lot of bunches. You got to line them off the line. You know what I'm saying? You know, you line them off the line, they get a release. Line them off the line, they get a clean release. It's interesting, man. But let me know what you guys think. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, response, video requests, all my social media links, subscription. Twitter's the fast way to reach me, Facebook and Instagram. Reach out anytime when I advertise your business on the channel, video request, chop it up. Appreciate it. Want to make a financial donation, Cash App, CJ Good 313, subscription, PayPal link 302. Appreciate the love, support. One time. Peace. All right, all my Detroit Piston fans and all my Detroit fans, all my Motor City Sports Talk fans, make sure you guys go check out Piston Mike. We got him over 100 followers. So make sure you check him out. Everything Pistons, man. He gonna hold it down and do his thing just strictly on the Pistons thing. You know, I got the Lions and Pistons, but man, we always trying to help people get their channel up. Let's get them to 200 next, 300 next, 400 next, 500 next, and let's get them all the way to a rack so you can start making that bag. Appreciate you guys. Make sure you go over to Piston Mike as you see it on the screen. Let's get them to 200, then 300, then 400, then 500, and the whole shebang. Peace.